I think from the opportunities side, it's very clearly in the engine fuel market. If propane is successful in capturing just a tiny part of the overall engine fuel market, demand growth would be as much as 3 billion gallons a year. And that's 1% of the light-duty vehicle markets, a fairly significant share of school bus markets, and now 5 to 10% share of some of the other engine markets. Very, very doable, but also very challenging because we've seen the challenges in pushing those products, pushing the different engine applications into the market. Probably the biggest challenge, and here I'm going to make a projection, and it's not a projection that I'd really like to make, but I think it's going to come true, which is the biggest challenge that the propane industry is going to face will come from environmental policy. There's a very significant movement or trend in state and local policy right now to address climate change through aggressive decarbonization. And propane is a clean fuel, a good fuel, has a lot of applications in a decarbonizing economy, in a policy environment that addresses climate change. But the way that the policies are being set right now are very much anti-fossil fuels, including anti-propane. And in the next 10 years, that is going to be the single largest challenge that the propane industry faces. And if the propane industry isn't engaged early in that process, they won't be able to affect what happens 5 or 10 or 15 years down the road. So it's really important that the industry come together in order to have a strategy and a view and an approach to addressing those climate change policies. And that means not fighting the changes, but demonstrating that the propane industry can be part of the solution. In order to influence policy, we have to be at the table, and you can't be at the table if you're not talking about solutions, if you're not talking about ways of addressing the issue that the policymakers are focused on.